Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of America and its society. I want to start out giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Madazawa Yenge, A.K.A. Mataz. I'm coming back with another great video. And just want to touch in this video how the true images was erased. I think I did a video on this before, them doing the Iconoclast and hiding who we really are, knowing that we are the people, we was the people ruling in Scotland at the time. You know, they always try to cover this up and don't want you to know who you really are, man. You know, they want to hide it. And it's fine, you know, let them keep trying to hide the truth. You know, at the end of the day, Basham always expose it. You know, always expose it. And then, you know, you'll see the truth for what it is. You know? Well, I'm gonna let this video play.
This is what they didn't want you to know. This is what it's all about. This is the reason. This is the whitewash. All of these things that you hear about. The kings of Scotland, the kings of England, Wales Island, the Atlanteans, the Tartarians, the Moors. It was everywhere. And they have been changed, renamed, repainted. They don't want you to know this. I know a lot of people are going to be upset. I'm going to lose followers. And I understand. But the eyes are useless. I said, brother, the eyes are useless. I don't think you can hear. What if the eyes was on point? The eyes were showing you the truth. Your mind was blind. Because for some people, even if they saw with their own eyes, they are still unable to believe it. This is what they didn't want you to know.
So yeah, man, they didn't want us to know these things when they hide this from us because they know us as being the people, man, they hate it. You know, they don't even like us to be together. You know, like, I was just looking at a video about the truth about Rosa Parks and stuff, how that was all staged, which I already knew it. I already knew it was staged because we had our own things. We had our own bus companies. We had our own everything. Esau hate when we're happy and hate when we have things. They like when we're struggling and in the ghettos and stuff like that. I meant to say that video. Dang, man, I should have said it. But they don't like that, man. They want to see us down and don't want to see, you know, the truth. You know, I don't own copyright to that music, just in case. I don't own copyright to that music. Just in case they'll try to pop up. But yeah, man. They wanna eliminate us from who we are and eliminate the truth. You know, this is what their plan is. It's always been their plan. And that to keep us segregated from each other. They wanted us to believe that we needed them. You know, we needed them. We didn't need these Edomites. We always had our own stuff. And they came and destroyed it and raped, robbed, and murdered us. You know, these Edomites. what they really are, man. The Edomites, man. So let me get this scripture. This is Nahum 3:1. Then I'm gonna get Job 9:24. This Nahum 3:1 says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not." So it's full of lies and robbery, man. The prey never departed. So the prey always been upon us because they always see when we amount to something, we gotta destroy them as a people. Like right now, me speaking on that young Pharaoh video, which I ain't gonna say too much. They literally strike both of my pages. Lucky this page right here, this was the first. They say first strike. They giving me a warning, but the other one got 2 strikes on it now. And in order for them strikes to get off the page, I have to wait 90 days. So I'm probably not gonna be using that page for a good 3 months. This so them strikes can go off my page because they're gonna eliminate my main page, and I don't want them to eliminate it. So when they do get off strike, I'm gonna let everybody know that's watching to come to this page and watch. You know, anybody that's subscribed, because I'm not gonna upload on there for real. You know, I might do. You know, depends on what type of video I'm about to go into. It all depends. I just don't want them to get rid of my main page, so I'm not gonna be uploading. The only thing I'm probably just upload on there and just say, you know, tell people to come to this page, and that's it. Because it got less, you know, less strikes. Obviously, it's only a one. But every time we try to bring out the truth and let it be known, they want to attack it, and this is what they do. They attack because us just even pointing out that wickedness, you know, they don't like that. They don't like, because I'm pretty sure they got him and he's set up now. Who knows? So this is what these devils always try to do, is to try to destroy us, man. That's what they want to see. They want to see the downfall of us, man. They don't want to see us amount to anything, man. So Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And what judges did he cover up? The true judges of the earth, which I was just showing y'all in that video. They literally painted their images. Edomites, so-called white people, they painted their images up and covered up our images, the true images, when we was ruling over in Scotland. And they did this even during the time, you know, when we was knowing who we are ruling in back in our land, when we had our land back then. They put up the fake Messiah, you know, instead of putting up Yahweh, the real Yahweh Shah Mashiach. This is what they always did. They always destroyed us and tried to hide this from us, man. So let me get this. I'm gonna show you something, since you ain't really you just now coming in, young female. I'm gonna show you something because you don't know what you're talking about. Well, let me get this. This is this first Maccabees 3:48. It says, "And they laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images." So that's what they did. They painted the likeness of their images. That's what they did, man. And you know, they always wanted to cover up the true images. You know, they didn't want the real images to come to be shown. You know. Oh yeah, oh, okay. So yeah, man, you should have let that be known. The true images got covered up. But let me go back to that video since this person came in talking that we so delusional, right?
This is what they didn't want you to know. This is what it's all about. This is the reset. This is the whitewash. All of these things that you hear about, the kings of Scotland, the kings of England, Wales Island, the Atlanteans, the Tartarians, the Moors, it was everywhere, and they have been changed, renamed, repainted. They don't want you to know this. I know a lot of people are gonna be upset. I'm gonna lose followers. I understand. But the eyes are useless. I said, brother, the eyes are useless. I don't think you can hear me. What if the eyes was on point? The eyes were showing you the truth. Your mind was blind. Because for some people, even if they saw with their own eyes, they are still unable to believe it. This.
And that's that lady on the comment board. You know, always come every once in a while and start scoffing. Who has a husband? You know, you always got something to say. But everything we bring out facts. You know, we bring out facts. You hate yourself. It's okay. You don't want to know the truth. You know, we have a lot of y'all that don't really want to know the truth about who you really are. You know, you are rather this devil lie to you, destroy your image, destroy who we really were, destroy how we was kings and had princesses, true rulers of the earth, having our owning things, having our own everything, and you love the so-called white man so much. Y'all love the so-called white man so much, your enemy. Y'all are delusional to see that he's the enemy. You can't see it. This man painting over all the true images and put up their images. You know, I get it. Yeah, see, they don't want it. That's what I'm saying right there. They love their devil. They love the devil so much, you know. They love everything that the devil do because you don't want to see the truth. That's why it says in Isaiah 8:20, to this law and to this testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. See, it's not a lot of light in these people anymore because they say, oh, that famous saying, oh, we're in 2026. So the truth don't need to be known because we in 2026. This truth don't need to be spreaded to the world because we in 2026. This is supposed to be covered up. These devils is just supposed to get away with rape, rob, and murder because it's 2026. You know, we don't supposed to get true justice because it's 2026. You know, we just supposed to just bend over and take it because it's 2026. Pause. Gotta say pause because you know y'all, man, so weird these days. But that's the type of mentality y'all have because it's 2026. You know, you literally allow your enemy to basically just destroy you as a people because it's 2026. But this, I'm going to read this. It's Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You never supposed to trust the enemy. You know, you never supposed to have your enemy even close to you. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So, you know, with that being said, You ain't supposed to trust this enemy. You ain't supposed to trust this devil. You know? This man, Russ ain't never been wiped away. He always been sneaky, conniving, and always tried to destroy us as a people. You know, because he loved to see us on the bottom. He loved when we're being niggers and having so-called black culture. He loved that. He loved when we don't know nothing. He loved when our people is all messed up. That's when he happy. He don't like when we know God. He don't like when we following truth. The devil don't like that. That's when they get mad. That's when they want to destroy your towns. That's when they want to come and invade your privacy. You know? That's what they do. Let me go. Set him not by thee. You know how they always say, keep my friends close and my enemies closer? That's the dumbest saying in the whole world. No, you don't keep your enemies closer. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Exactly, man. You don't set this devil by you. You don't never trust the enemy. These Edomites. These Edomites always tried to do what? Destroy us and eliminate us from being who we are. They hated that. They hated that we was ruling in Scotland. They hate that we are the children of God. They don't like that. They hate that we are the real Vikings. They don't like nothing that have to do with us. Anything that come great and something coming out so-called great, because we was going off even when we was ruling Scotland. We was being wicked. Constantine, he was wicked, man. Constantine wasn't nobody great. Constantine was just an evil nigga going off, you know. But we still was great in them times because we was the rulers. We had everything, you know. We had our own resources. We had our own everything. We didn't need nothing from these devils. Just like now, we didn't need nothing from these devils back in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s. We didn't need nothing from these devils. We didn't need nothing. We had our own everything. Martin Luther King wasn't nothing but a sellout. Martin, his real name was Michael. They was nothing but sellouts. Rosa Parks, a sellout. All of them was sellouts that sell us out to the devil. And people that are older know that. That we had our own everything. The reason why the so-called white man wanted, the Edomites wanted us to get together so they can destroy our companies, us having our own money and wealth, because we was doing better than them. We was well off better than them. So they like, well, what can we do without having to come and destroy their towns anymore? Because they didn't want to look like the enemy anymore. They didn't want to look like the devil anymore, you know. They transformed themselves into an angel of light. So how can we do this? Let's get us together and act like we gonna all get along. Let's be one people, one nation under God. This is what they did to keep you people blinded and to keep rising up their wealth. Now they ended up getting richer than us because of that. All we had to do was stay separated, and we would have still been doing well off than them. You know? And eventually, they knew if we would have kept they knew if they would have kept coming destroying our towns, that we was going to eventually rise up against them. That's what they was afraid of. They didn't want that to happen. They didn't want us to start actually coming together as a people to take them down. When they came up to start destroying our towns and burning it down, Black Wall Street, Black Belt, all of them things that we had, man, here in America. So it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come not wild beasts? So one that goeth to sinner and is with his defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Exactly. Nobody's gonna pity you people, 2/3 of our people, because y'all keep allowing this devil to rule over you. Y'all don't want to hear truth. You want to have somebody come on the comic board and, oh, you're a brokey, or you're broke. This is all this bull crap, right? Just because they don't want to hear the truth. They want to basically diminish your character or who you are. Like you don't work, like you ain't suffering working. You gotta work all these hours and struggle, trying to be ends meet. And look, a lot of them people, they got rich on TikTok, on YouTube, doing the what they call it. I'm trying to think of the name of it. The streaming, the streamers. They gotta sell out eventually. Look at Kaiser Net. He had to sell out. He started wearing the dress, wearing female clothing. You know, I Show Speed. They coming after him now. You know, he got to dress up like a female. You know, the what's his name, Drewski. They come after people that get rich. It don't matter. So even if you start getting your own money, okay, wow, you still going to have to give the devil his cut. He's gonna come for you. So no matter how big you get, you gonna have to sell out. Eventually, they're gonna come for you. The devil don't want you to be happy with your own money, your own wealth, and all of that without them coming for you. So if you become a big streamer and get really, really famous, where the whole world see you now, right? They're gonna come for you. That's what the devil gonna do, and they're gonna diminish your character. They're gonna have you doing things that you don't want to do. So you could be a sellout to the enemy, because that's what they all doing. They become sellouts. They start doing things they said they would have never did, and now they're doing it, man, and becoming more wicked. Val affections, which is the boys to men. I'm gonna say that for that Val affection, sexuality, if you know what I mean, because they want to attack you when you come against the alphabet group. The alphabet group. So when you become that boys to men, clapping each other, wicked, or females on females type action. But when you talk against that stuff, they don't like that, because that's a part of their agenda, to keep us lost, to keep us following the ways of the wicked. That's why you gotta remove yourself out of the hand of the wicked and stop going after his ways and thinking it's okay. See, that's the problem with Jake. They don't want to hear things. They want to get mad when we tell these things. But we've been telling y'all, we just warn y'all, because we actually care about our people. We actually care about our people. We actually the ones that give and care about what happens to our people. Is our people amount to anything? Are we starting to learn the truth of who we are? We actually give a care. We actually really care about our people, man. Nobody else cares about us. So when we tell y'all these things and give y'all the true understanding, y'all scoff it. And that, oh well, y'all want to scoff, y'all want to come against who you really are and all of that. That's on you. We don't. We try. All we could do is try. But it was a good scripture that the brother Tribe again put up, that Romans 15:4, for whatever thing were for whatever thing that was written for aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comforts of the scriptures might have hope. And this is how we get hope through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, now you can see the truth. Now you can see the true understanding. Because we know that the prophecies is 100% real. You know, we can see the prophecies. We can see the true understanding. You know, we can see us coming back to our people. You know, we seeing what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing us back to, the elect, because only the elect gonna wake up. He said, "My sheep should hear my voice." You know, so we really don't really care too much about anybody else that don't want to wake up. You know, and see this truth and see that we've been destroyed and attacked as a people for a very long time, and they continue to do that. They continue to destroy us. They continue to attack us. They continue to do these things because they hate us, man. This is what they do. They hate us. And they are going to always destroy you and try to hide this from you. They don't want you to wake up to this. They don't want you to know this, you know. So we know, man. We know what time the devil is on. We know what time he do. We know what he do. We don't. If you can't see that this man is the devil by now, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, that's on you. Cause man, everything this devil do is to destroy, man. He never come to show you truth. He don't care to show you truth. He want to destroy us as a people. He want to take us out of the way. You know, and only our people is the only ones that come against this when we trying to tell you. See, ever since I got that strike on my page, now you seeing in my page more now. You know, that little one strike. You know, now they want to monitor your page. You know, they try to play with the algorithm now. They want to play with how many people really watching, like they did to my main page. You know, so of course they gonna start attacking this page. Watch. You know, this is how it go, man. You know, we know what the devil be on. You know, this is the type of time he on, because he hate us to bring this truth out. He don't want people to see this. He want to hide this. He want to put this up. This is what the devil do, man. He put this stuff up and put it in the background because he knows that he have but a short time. His time is running out. So what's the best thing to do? Let's try to hide this as much as we can from people. We don't want them to know this. You know, we don't want them to hear his truth. Let's start monitoring his page now. Let's start playing with the algorithm. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, man. This man been doing this, man. But guess what? His sins are being exposed to the world now. You know, Esau being made bare. Let me get that Jeremiah 49 and 10. He's being made bare now. And this is something that he was afraid of. He was afraid of being made bare. Now that he's being made bare, and everybody is seeing him for who he really are, you know, he's afraid, man. This man is scared, you know. And let him be scared. We already know. This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not. So this devil is now being exposed to what he is. Everybody is seeing that now, and that's something what he want to do is hide from this. So now that they are monitoring me, you know, they gave me this warning strike. They're gonna watch everything I do, and they're gonna play with the numbers. They're gonna play with who watch. They don't want certain people to even find the video. They're gonna put my videos completely in the back now, which is cool. You know, it is what it is. You know, because this is what the devil do. They try to find anything they eliminate this truth, but it's all good. You can't really eliminate what is right. You know. Um, you can't eliminate it. It's nothing you could do to stop this truth. The truth is going to keep flourishing. The truth is going to keep coming out. We're going to let you know that y'all are liars. Y'all are the devil. And that y'all try to lie to the whole world. We're going to keep telling y'all these things. You know? So you can keep hiding this. You can keep trying to cover this up, but it's nothing you can do. You're being exposed. The truth is coming to the light. One of my favorite scriptures I love to bring out because I'm about to be closing. It's going to be pulling up to the camp. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For the Most High Power of God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, rather it be good or rather it be evil. So it don't matter what you going to do or try to cover this up. It don't matter, man. The Lord is bringing the truth to the light. And he's showing who the evil people are, and he's showing you who the good people are. So you could refuse and don't want to follow who the good people is and all of that. You could do that all day. At the end of the day, the good is going to always keep rising up anyway. You can't eliminate the good. So we're going to keep being shown that we are the righteous, and everybody's going to see that you are the wicked. So keep doing it. Keep iconoclasting. Keep covering up the true images. Like Job 30 and 30, he said, my skin is black upon me and my bones are burnt with heat. He letting you know I'm a black man. I'm a black man and I'm mad. A so-called black, really dark skin. I'm a dark skinned man and I'm mad. You know? Why is he mad? Because of what he going through. Jeremiah 14 and 2. Uh, Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language. They are blackened to the ground. The cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Why it says they are darkened to the ground, blackened to the ground? Because we're dark skinned and we come from the elements of the earth. This is things they don't want you to read in the Bible. See, everybody say, yeah, I know the Bible, I know the Bible. They argue up and down. I know the Bible. But then in scriptures they never heard. Well, I ain't never heard that out the Bible. Because you don't know the Bible much as you think you know the Bible. See, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people follow this and that instead of listening to the truth when people are bringing out the truth and letting it be known what it is. Y'all want to keep hiding from the truth, but it's all good. Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to keep showing you the truth. He's going to keep showing you what it is. And there's nothing people going to be able to do about it. Because at the end of the day, Esau is going to be exposed and the righteous is going to get lifted up, the elect. So you can keep covering this. You can keep trying to hide it. You can keep doing this and that. It don't matter. At the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to flourish, and that's who it's going to be. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakadash. Devil honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning, being obedient to their husband, keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom, Baraka, thumb and a ball. Why they let me close it? What the hell going on?